Welcome aboard everyone, Simon here from the Worlds of Wall Street. We have Bepro on the map right now in front of us. Guys, this is one of my favourite bags. I've actually got it in staking on KuCoin, and I've just reminded myself that actually I think that's due to end this month, maybe in the next couple of days actually. So I'm not sure if they're opening up a new window for Bepro to be staked or whatever, but that's of interest. I need to check that out. I completely forgot about that. So that's put me in a bit of a frenzy, but let's check that out when I finish this video. So guys, a couple of announcements with Bepro before we go into the chart. First one here being around Meter, and this is the bridging of the Ethereum and Moonriver applications. So absolutely fantastic news utilizing Bepro network in terms of its partnership as well. So massive news there. We actually got a tweet earlier today, I think, from a user called Alexandra 84191641. Good little username there. So they actually kindly threw that information out to us earlier, and that triggered me to go, oh wow, when did that happen? It was actually yesterday, but that is absolutely brilliant. We will actually do a video on MTRG, which is the Meter token, hopefully in the next few days. I've got a multitude of intro videos. I've even finished the multivac one finally, and we have CNS as well as a request from someone in the community to follow up on one of the People Crypto episodes that we did. But yes, MTRG is something that actually Alexandra mentioned a while back. I was like, oh yeah, that's very interesting. I wouldn't say I ignored. I would not say I ignore anyone. But yeah, it kind of slipped my list, as it were. So that will definitely be on a list of an introduction, because I think Meter is a phenomenal project from what I've been reading so far in the miniature research I've done on this aspect here. But yeah, high performance blockchain infrastructure catalyzing borderless economy with disruptive innovations in DeFi, interoperability, scalability, freedom of money, MTRG. So we're definitely looking forward to covering that one. But yeah, really good partnership and opportunity with Bepro. Other bit of news as well, crypto.com, another one of our amazing, phenomenal platforms that we absolutely adore. I finally got my crypto card, and I absolutely love it. I think I've been using it left, right and centre. I've been paying for parking fines with it and all sorts. It's brilliant, getting my Crow tokens. But yeah, fantastic news here. A multitude of ERC20 based Ethereum tokens have been added to crypto.com's DeFi wallet. So excellent news there. In fact, well, yeah, if mine will come off staking in KuCoin, I may move them across to crypto.com possibly. I'm not sure, to see how many it takes to utilize to change them over, but this is great. I mean, there's obviously a few other ones on here that I know of. Dawn, I know of DVI. I'm not sure about the other guys, but let us know in the comments below if you've heard of any of these other ones, and if there's any that you want to put into the People's Crypto episode 4 this weekend. Look out for the post that drops tomorrow for everyone to get involved in that. So really interesting and great news again for Bepro on that aspect. So that kind of covers most of the main bits of news for Bepro over the last few days. But yeah, this Meter one's really interesting me. So definitely going to be covering that in more detail in an individual Meter intro video. And we'll also try and cover this in a bit more detail in the next video in general. Anyway, to go a bit, look into that a bit deeper. So guys, now we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the chart for Bepro. Okay, so smash the like button if you're finding this informative, and do hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Shame on you if you have not. No, not really. It's glad to have you here. Welcome aboard for those that are new here as well. Hopefully you are being entertained. So let's go into this chart, guys. First of all, I just want to point out from the 29th of September down here, we're seeing quite similar patterns across the board, but this one in particular I'm really happy with, because everyone keeps saying that Bepro is terrible, it's a waste of time, blah blah blah. Maybe they haven't done the research into what it is and why. I'm so excited personally about it, and I know Steve is as well. Do check out our intro video and top 5 reasons why we're bullish on Bepro. I'll leave the links at the end of this one, so go and check those out, please. But yes, very good movements here. So from the 29th of September, a price of around about, what was the lowest here? 6.4, okay, a sixth of a cent roughly. We've climbed this ladder to a current point today. Earlier today, we hit the high of 0.012, so 1.2 cents. So really good movement, in my opinion, from that aspect, or pretty much double, really, isn't it? From our current previous position a couple of weeks ago. So really, really excited to see that. Bepro has obviously got quite a bit of time left in the tank to get to its previous all-time high at 4.7 cents that we had earlier this year, I think around April, May time. So plenty of leg room left. What is encouraging? Simon, please answer that question. I will indeed. So let's just take a look here. So we've kind of almost covered, finally, this support area around here at literally pretty much bang on 1 cent, but I'm on fib retracement line slightly under that. But yeah, very much around that sort of just over 1 cent mark. So let's call it 1 cent to be sure. We've obviously had resistance when we're approaching in this period early October, and even back here as well in this 15th, 16th of September, before we had a couple of the Bitcoin retractions and whatnot. So it's great to see this, and the intake here, of course, must be around the Crow listing, in my opinion, as well, of course, the Meta news over the last couple of days. So that's why we've perhaps seen some good movements up and some take-ins of profits, which is understandable. But love this candle here, and if we can continue this, if we can close above this area of support here, say 1.149, so 1.15 cents, sorry. I think that's really good news. I do anticipate maybe a slight tail off, bouncing off this line, hopefully with another tail up. So that's tending to see the pattern here quite recently with Bepros. You get these nice wicks upwards, and then of course get a bit of profit taken to kind of match it the day later. So it's slow and steady, this one, guys, right now. But the Bepro, or previously known as Bet Protocol, this Bepro project is absolutely fantastic. So many things in the pipeline. Like I said, go and check out our top 5 reasons why we are bullish on Bepro. A couple of other observations before we wrap this chart analysis up, guys. The MACD is still widening, which is fantastic to see. The intake of buying volume, is still continuing. So we've got this nice wave pattern versus the previous red ones we've had here in this big tail down, and the RSI as well jumping up slightly in a nice angled format over this last 24 hours, as we've mentioned, was probably around the Crow information news. Crow's a fantastic platform and wallet, and pretty much everything else that it does is almost like a mini bank. Getting that way, that's for sure. So it's great to see it listed on there. I'm really happy with that, and hopefully it will keep Bepro keeping this forward momentum going as well. I would like to see it on some more tier 1 kind of bigger exchanges as well. I'm sure that will be in the pipeline very soon. But go check out the roadmap of Bepro. There's so much going on, even for early next year. Really exciting stuff. But yeah, I do believe that over these next couple of days, we'll get a confirmation, of course, whether this new line can be our support mechanism, and we can start pushing. We can really start pushing Bepro up to confirm the 1.2 cent mark before we can start talking about 1.5 cents and beyond. So I think we're a couple of weeks off that still, but let's see how the momentum continues us with the crypto.com listing. But like I said, I do anticipate maybe a bit of a tail off. So if you are looking for really short kind of gains, as it were, to accumulate, it might be an area of interest. I've still got this buy opportunity down here for me personally at 1 cent. I'm just not fully confident that we've passed this momentous occasion of 1 cent as a support line. We may come back and test that one more time, but certainly I believe we will test definitely this 1.1-ish cent mark before pushing ourselves up to really attack that next line. But let's see how it goes. I think the next 24, 40 hours are going to be really interesting for Bepro. We may even try and push above this 1.3 cent mark over the next 2 days. If we can do that, let's crack it on. Let's push it up and up. But I think it's being realistic that this is quite a unique resistance line here. So let's keep an eye on it. We'll do an update on Bepro in the next couple of days to keep you guys aware of what's going on. 22% up on the week, fantastic. 33% up on the month, excellent. And year to date, still a staggering 2,447% gains. Absolutely phenomenal. And people were saying this is a nonsense coin. I won't say what they actually said. I'll just call it a nonsense coin. I think you get my drift here. guys, there's momentum going back into this finally. Like I said, we're way off the 4.7 cents mark, but I do anticipate by December that we'll be tracking up there and pushing some price discovery as well. I'd like to see a bit earlier, but I'm just trying to be a bit realistic that I think we've got quite a bit of a while to go for that. But let's see if listings continue, and let's see if they continue to continue their roadmap positioning. And I think we're going to be having a very nice month or two of Bepro gains, guys. So let us know in the comments below if you're holding Bepro, if you're staking, or if you're about to unstake. What are you going to be doing with your Bepro? And let us know in the comments about anything you think of in terms of price predictions for this year. We're going to start plotting them in the chart. Whoever's closest at the end of the year is in the chance to win a hardware ledger, Nano Ledger X. Let's go. Take Bepro to the moon, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.